I think you guys are hyping him up too much, to be honest.
Okay.
He's exactly what I expected him to be, good and bad. All the things I thought were going to be good and all the things I thought were going to be bad. As I've seen the first 2 games, I like him. He's fun. They're not going to win a lot of games this year. He's going to win Rookie of the Year. He'll improve them by like 10 games. But this, like, you know, I'm so excited to see what he's going to do against Jokic. He's going to get fucking destroyed. Like, I can't wait to see it. He's going to get destroyed. Like, dude's out here. I'm sorry. He's going to get destroyed to me. I'm sorry. He might get a blocker too.
Please don't stop. Continue this. I can't wait to look back on this footage. Go ahead.
No, he's a great player, but like I don't know, like what he's not. I don't think that one-on-one. I need to see more one-on-one scoring wise. I think the Rockets were just double teaming him unnecessarily. Like Jabari Smith, besides that reverse dunk and that last move at the end, he actually did a pretty good job. Like Grant Williams was clamping him the other day. Like to me, at the end of the day, he's still a really tall, skinny, big guy shooting a lot of jumpers. Like. And it looks pretty, but I'm living with it. Like, I'm sorry. I'm going to put a bigger wing on him. I hope the Clippers put Kawhi or Paul on him today and get right into him. But defensively, monster. Like, he's going to be a monster. I still think, though, at the 5, like the minutes that the Spurs go to the 5, he's still getting used to, like, the craftiness of, like, NBA guards and pick and roll. Like, there were a couple of times where he got kind of, like, faked out or, like, Fred VanVleet would look in the corner and he would kind of bite on that. So that's going to come with time. I think he's going to be a beast defensively, but there's nothing I've seen in the first 2 games that have made me way more impressed than I thought he was going to be. I thought he was impressive. He is impressive, but yeah, like I don't the Giannis and he might be the GOAT and all that. I'm just not going to say that. But he's great. Like here's my thing, right? He's 7'4" and he's got the amazing fluidity and a handle and all that. But like these are all just like KD disciples to me. There's nobody that shoots the ball like Kevin Durant. Defensively, he's going to be a whole nother player though. Like he'll be like an AD type defensively. I'll say this. He has a similarity to AD in the sense that like rim running, he's awesome. Like if he contests a shot on the perimeter, he will rim run and seal, and that's an easy 2 points. Like just throw it up to him. I think that he has great instincts there. But in terms of like a hub offensively for them to like play off of, it's going to take some time. But I do agree with Flea. He's a good passer. He's fundamentally sound. I'll tell you one thing I was really impressed by. His rip through, bro, his jab and a rip through for a big without traveling is really impressive. Super impressive. But
that's all work with Manu, apparently. That's a
really?
lot of work. Yeah, apparently that's a lot of work with Manu on the rip throughs because they felt like this kid wasn't strong enough with the basketball. Like if you got up under him, if you got into him, he wouldn't be very tough with the basketball, a la, like you said, Grant Williams, like you're hoping Paul George and Kawhi, like Jabari was playing him the other night. They was getting up in him when he got it. They wouldn't allow him to turn his face. You know, a lot of his shit was coming with his back to the basket and making a move on the spin left to right. So I was watching some shit and Manu and him were going through a lot of shit with ripping the ball through, just making sure that he was strong with it because he does lack the strength as an NBA player. So I agree with you there. He's going to have to, he's going to have to start getting on an NBA diet. He's going to have to start putting on some NBA weight. I don't think he should, blow up. Like he shouldn't get, to a place where, he can't play on that weight and starts getting injuries, but he has to get stronger. Definitely.
Right. Yeah. So, but I think he's going to average like 18 points this season. 18
That's
points.
a lot. That's a lot as a rookie though, Dom.
Yeah, I know, but we're comparing him to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, like Wilt Chamberlain, LeBron. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I'm saying. He's great. He's great. But,
Can I ask you a question?
Guys,
Can I ask you a question? What did Kareem average at 19 in the NBA?
He was playing for UCLA.
Okay. And what did
he still would have averaged, let me tell you, at different times, but he still would have averaged a lot in the NBA. I can promise you that.
Okay. But you started off acting like we're bugging because this is not like he's not Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He has the potential to impact the game just like your boy. Like,
the only way to do that is if he starts dominating on the inside, though. Like these tall guys, bro. Like the reason why Jokic is so dominant is because you can't go small against him. Anybody under the height of like 7 feet, 6'11", they're getting put into the post and dominated. Wemby, as we said, he doesn't have that strength. He's gonna shoot over you. Okay, I'm living with it. He's not Kevin Durant. Like, but big man shooting a jumper. I'm still living with it. I'm sorry. As a smaller defender, I'm still living with it.
Let me ask y'all a question. I don't like the comparisons. Like, why do we have to compare him to Kevin Durant? Because Kevin Durant's not 7'5".
Right.
Why are we not comparing him to guys that were 7'5"?
Okay. Okay, he's better than all those guys, Sean Bradley's, the guys that you laid out.
No, but Dom, I'm sorry to control, but that should be what we're doing is as a basketball community network, just everybody. When we go in the KDs, and I think you gave up Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis is not 7'5". Go ahead, Fleet. No, go ahead.
No, just to not to say help you, but to help you understand why that comparison is happening. It's more so skill set too. It ain't really size. It's like, what kind of skill set is this dude gonna have to be an effective NBA player? So on the offensive end, we could see shades of him being like a Kevin Durant. He could put it on the floor. He could shoot it a little bit. He's very fluid. He moves up and down the floor. Like Dom said, he rim runs. He blocks shot down. And on the defensive end, he blocks shots. He could play in front of guys 1 through 5. He can move left to right, shit like that. So that's probably why the comparison is happening, because if we're comparing him to Manute Bol right now, he's better. If we're comparing him, go ahead.
But remember, I made this comparison and people killed me over it. But we seen when Porzingis played against our Knicks how good he really is. To me, it's not crazy to say, well, Wembanyama be better than Porzingis. When Porzingis is healthy, Porzingis is a problem.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
But see that. But what we're talking about, like, if he's a better Porzingis, like, is that underwhelming with the hype that he came in with? That's a good career, but like, is that underwhelming with the hype that he came in with?
But Porzingis, his career,
there's still more to be written.
Right, Porzingis' career is starting right now. That's just my opinion. That's why I say we give everybody this grace period, but we don't give certain players this grace period. When I kill certain players, what we always say, hey, give him this time, give him that time. Porzingis hasn't been healthy. Now it seems like he's healthy. And you know what I'm big on? I hope we do this for a topic one day. Everybody needs help. I think once you get the proper help and the proper team around you, now we get to see who you really are. Like, now we're going to see who Dame is. Now we're going to see how good Porzingis really is when these guys is playing for meaningful games and actually playing for a championship. I don't think it's far-fetched to compare Wembanyama to Porzingis, because Porzingis also has the skill set to average 25 plus, 10 plus rebounds, 2-3 block shots, and dominate on the defensive. We seen what he did with our Knicks.
Right.
So I think we should compare Wembanyama to guys that's his height and his size. And just one last thing, I'm sorry, y'all. Dom, you said something as far as like not dominating on the inside. Porzingis don't dominate on the inside.
And that's why that's my issue.
Kevin Durant don't dominate on the inside. But these guys is legendary.
Okay, but see, you're making my point for me. My issue, and this is one of my basketball like convictions, like strong. This is just the way I was taught, and this is maybe it's old school thinking, but these big men, bro, that just face up and play like guards. Like I just, when we were young, when I was young, I should say, everybody went off about Dirk, about how he had the ability to take you inside and outside, but he had the inside, right? What we have now is we got guys like Karl Anthony Towns, who I saw dominate in the post at Kentucky, and now he's all outside, and he's very hesitant to dominate on the inside. And now my issue is we forget about, okay, we gawk at the fact that a big man is shooting threes and stretching the floor. What about using your size? Because this is a switch-heavy NBA now. So you get a lot of mismatches these days. And it started with me with Blake Griffin. Like, he would get 2 or 3 mismatches per game, and he wouldn't go to the post, and like that shit adds up. But that's why I give Jokic so much praise, because every time he gets a mismatch, he does not let your defense off the hook. That's the main thing. To me, these big men that shoot, it's a bailout. At the end of the day, it's a bailout, and these guys don't win championships as the number one guy. They don't. So to me, if Wemby wants to be that guy in this category, he got to dominate on the inside. I'm not saying he can't. I see like he hit a turnaround over the right shoulder over Jabari last game. Like, I see these signs that he could be that. But as Flea said, you got to get in the weight room. But that's my thing. You say Porzingis, KD, all this. This is my biggest issue with them. In the playoffs against the Mavs, we played him off the floor because we were able to switch Reggie Jackson onto him, and he wouldn't take advantage. That's inexcusable. If you see that big-ass dude at the park who can't post up a little dude, get the fuck off my team. Sorry.
But see, at the park, Dom, at the park, the GM, the coach, the assistant coach, all of those guys haven't been in that said player's ear, who is the biggest guy on the floor and knows that he has a mismatch and can dominate on the block. Now we have a lot of guys that are playing to the numbers, playing to the analytics, and it's not just them. It comes from the top up. Like it comes from
Good
all the way
point.
to the top, and it trickles all the way down to a guy like Karl Anthony Towns, who absolutely dominated in the blocks at Kentucky, like you said, right? But came into the league, and now you got him saying quotables as I'm the best shooting big of all time, right? He's taking pride in that type of shit, as opposed to anytime I get somebody on my left or right hip, it's over. It's over. He doesn't take pride in that. But that's because, one, you know, the ability to shoot the ball is at an all-time high. Like, you got to be able to shoot the ball to even keep a job in the NBA now. I don't care what you are. 1 through 5 has to be able to shoot
Mitchell,
the
you
ball.
guys, you're both of our starting centers though aren't shooters at all. They can't even shoot mid-range.
Right. But I promise you, if Mitchell Robinson could shoot the ball, he would. Every offseason, I watched Mr. Robinson go through drills where he's shooting threes, and I'm cursing him out over here. Like, Mitch, that's not you. But every summer, I'm watching him try to add this 3-ball to his game. I fully agree with what you're saying, Dom, but I don't think that starts innately within the player, within these bigs. I promise you, if they could eat from 5 and out, right? From 5 to 10 feet out, all in the paint area, and just eat right there and never have to go out, they wouldn't. But the game has evolved so much that they put them in positions that have to do that. I'm sick of watching Joel Embiid shoot perimeter jumpers, shoot threes, hunt threes. Like, he hunts threes at this point.
But fellas, just real quick, great points, both of y'all. I'm gonna just be brief.
Nah, talk to me, so
the whole league is like that. Even when you got bigger guards that got a small guy on them, they not putting them on the block. We got a guy on our team, Julius Randle, who everybody says the ball in the trying to shot. He's strong, he this and that. Every time I see him, he at the top of the key trying to dance with the nasty left. So, Dom, y'all all make great points, but to me, the whole league is like that. It's not only the big men.
And it's a league-wide issue in my eyes. It's not about the big shooting threes. It's just the bailing out defenses when you switch. You couldn't get a. I'm just saying, like, imagine.
Dom,
switching.
you're right, Dom. You get.
But Jokic. My point is there's no excuse for him. He kills you.
He gets on the block.
So that's why he's the man.
Agree.
But see, Dom. Yoke don't really got that in his bag, right? If Yoke face you up and put it on the floor,
it's not
right. That doesn't put pressure on you as Kevin Durant turning around putting the ball on the floor,
right?
A Cat putting the ball on the floor.
I disagree though. I disagree. I think Joker could face you up and score just as easy. I just think he's a student of the game and he still goes with the higher percentage. I'm 7 feet, you 6'6". What's the purpose of me? What's the purpose of me standing you up? Now I'm gonna put you on the block and I'm gonna just get the easy bucket. So I'm not saying he will be just as good as KD and him if he faces you up, but I think he can actually do that because he's a threat. Whether he shoot the ball, lay a package, and remember him facing you up, he gonna hit the cutter.
He's a hell of a passer. He's a hell of a passer.
The only I think what Flea's saying is like though Jokic, he doesn't really have like that much wiggle to his game, like facing up. Like he's not. He's methodical. He's slow. He's gonna still be able to get his shot up, but like, I mean, is Jokic about to hit you with a quick in and out and blow by? Like, he's not about to do that. Like,
it might be slow, but it could be done. I'm just saying,
you probably could do it, right?
But that's what he means by that. Go ahead, Fabian. You were making some faces.
Yeah, go ahead, Fab.
How long did it take Joker to be Joker in the league?
Plenty of time. I'm not ruling it out for Wemby. I'm just saying his body can change.
Joker did not come in the league with this kind of pressure on him, this kind of hype on him, and he met that. Why would you want him to all of a sudden post Wemby to post who up? Grant, he couldn't even. You just said Grant Williams pushed him out of his space that he wanted to do, and he still shot way better in that game than the Houston game. That's number one. Number two,
he was better in the Houston game.
They were in both games. They were in both games, and probably he had a.
Go ahead. He wasn't that impactful in the Dallas game though until the fourth.
It doesn't trouble. Look, you pick and choose when this guy's going to be impactful when that matters until the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter when it all matters. That's number one. Number two, I love that you brought up Cat, because that's a guy that I am. That's why I get disgusted when AllBall brings him up, because when he came to the league, I thought it was him and AD and everybody else was second place. When they drafted Cat, I'm like, this guy's 7 feet and could do all that, and he disgusted me ever since he came to the league. All that stuff you talking about. That's why I don't like college basketball. somebody else, it's funny you bring him up. Andy Roth had a good tweet today, and somebody followed up saying they went to school with Cat, and he would do the same thing in high school. He was 7 feet tall and wouldn't post up 6'2" guys. So my point is that everything you're saying, Dom, I get it if it was about Cat. He has not shown that. If anything, he plays towards his strengths, and if he can't do whatever he wants to do, it's because the defense right now can defend that. But in 2 or 3 years, you're going to change your tone. Because guess what? In 2, 3, it took 4 years for Joker to be the guy that we talking about with Joker right now. At least some of us. But it's going to take some time for Wemby. But I just see the potential that he has is generational. Generational at this point.
And that could have taken a little longer too, because I'm sure all y'all remember Nurkic was in Denver. They had to get him out of there to like make room to let Joker, ascend into who he was. Both of those guys was playing with each other. I think they was both coming off the bench at once. Like, who was starting? I don't remember. Like, they was
good point. Yeah,
they was trying to figure out which one was it. And I mean, they made the right choice.